coming up in this read. But in this type of environment that's playing out in your read, someone is not willing to compromise on literally anything. Cancers, let's get into your April reading. Any information that you need can be found in my description box and in my pinned comment below. If you're cross-watching for a Cancerian, then switch over the roles because I could be speaking directly to you. And please do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so it's not going to resonate for absolutely everybody. You just take what's resonating for you and you leave what doesn't for another Cancerian or cross-watcher. Okay, please also do respect the tarot and approach it with patience, an open mind and without expectations. And finally, if you don't want to miss a video, then subscribe and stay notified. Okay, so Cancers, you've got two that wanted to come out: rain, purification, and mountain strength. So this is quite an intense energy, Cancers. For whatever reason, you have been forced to, it sounds like a cliche, to go within and to take a closer look at what it is that you're wanting, what it is that you're trying to achieve, rather than being focused on what someone else wants. You're being forced to go within, okay? Now, this purification process is all about realizing what it is that you don't want and getting rid of it. Okay, this is the first step, purification. Some of you could be looking at taking like a little hiatus, should we say, or going on a pilgrimage. Something to help you to really visualize where in life you would like to go next. Okay, obviously you're not going to be able to do that when you're surrounded by the opinions and loud noise of others. Okay, this is a really intense process because it's going to require you to ask yourself really difficult questions and to answer them to yourself as honestly as you can, such as, am I really, truly, genuinely happy in my current situation? Or am I trying to convince myself that I'm happy in the situation that I'm in? Okay, so this is a really important process. You must not skip any steps. There is no rushing to the finish line. Okay, you take as long as you need with this. Some of you could also be looking at the outside influences that are around you at this time, looking at the types of people that you're surrounding yourself with and realizing that perhaps they're not necessarily, all of them are not necessarily going to be the best influences in your life. So purification, again, it's time for you to be brutally honest with yourself. Who is for you? Who is not for you? Who is it that you need to just allow to be washed away with the rain? And what things are you going to cultivate as well? Because it's rain. Rain can wash things away. It can also provide nurture and nourishment for the things that need to grow. So it's up to you, Cancer. What is it that you're trying to grow, and what is it that you would prefer to wash away in this process? Okay, be picky, be choosy, keep your standards high. And then you're moving on to mountain strength. So again, a reminder that this isn't going to be a quick and easy process, right? After this, you're going to be able to tackle new situations, new challenges. You're going to be able to challenge yourself. All right. So if you can imagine, just as an example, say if you're surrounding yourself by individuals who don't believe that you're capable of doing very much, they're going to be pulling down your vibe. And they're going to be really kicking the confidence out of you. allow them to be washed away in this rain, because you don't need them. You do not need influences like that in your life, okay? When you're challenging yourself, keep your challenges manageable, okay? And see if you can achieve the first challenge that you set yourself. And then once you've achieved that challenge, you're going to feel so utterly accomplished that the next time you challenge yourself, it's going to be something ever so slightly bigger. And this is how that internal strength is going to grow. It's a beautiful combination, very, very intense energy. Okay, right, so we are going to take a look at your tarot, and obviously I don't know if your tarot spread is going to continue this theme or if it's going to give you something else entirely unrelated. Okay, we just have to wait and see. Also, any other zodiacs that I mention in your reading, again, use your discernment, because they could be placements in your chart, in someone else's chart, or they could even be character traits of someone as well, okay? Have a 9-card spread, please, for Cancers. Okay. So your first card out is the Magician. That's Gemini and or Virgo energy. You'll be pretty familiar with what the Magician is by now. It is manifesting. It's also ensuring that what you're manifesting is genuinely for you, or are you manifesting something that makes you 5 of Cups, Scorpion energy, miserable, unhappy. You then have the 8 of Wands, that's Sagittarius energy. The Emperor is Aries or Divine Masculine. What else for Cancers, please? So I'm just going to peel your cards and then I'll get into this energy properly, okay? Right, the 3 of Coins is Capricorn. What else for Cancers, please? Okay, the Hierophant, that's Taurus energy. The Ace of Wands, Fire, Aries, Leo, Sag. The 7 of Cups, Scorpion. The 2 of Swords, Libra, and then the Knight of Swords, Gemini. Hiding underneath that one is the 3 of Cups, it's Cancerian, and the 9 of Swords, Gemini. Okay, so the dominant signs for anybody who is interested, because I have named basically everybody, the dominant signs though are definitely Cancerian energy, Aries, potentially Taurus, and Gemini. That's the dominant signs that's coming out in this read. Now, I don't know if that 9 of Swords belongs to you or if that belongs to someone else, Cancers. So again, use your discernment on what side of the fence that you're sitting at, okay? It's however it resonates for you, if at all. Now, I'm looking at a situation where someone is super, super stressed out at this moment. Really, really stressed. Possibly stressed out about how to maybe fix a situation, or perhaps wondering if even they should try and fix a situation. I'm feeling that there's a bit of anger here in this Knight of Swords. Someone is angry about the way that a situation played out. They could be wanting to speak to you about it, or you could be wanting to speak to someone else about it. Someone's sleep pattern is not great as well. Yeah, you got the 5 of Coins under there. So 9 of Swords, 5 of Coins, that could be someone who is basically not sleeping at all at night time. It could be someone who lives a lifestyle, with that being a fox, of being nocturnal. And of course you do have an owl as well. That's another nocturnal creature. Someone's got a nocturnal lifestyle, definitely. And this could be really putting a lot of problems onto you. It could be causing a lot of stress for you as well. It's like that there's a desire, with the Three of Coins being central to this read, that there's definitely someone who has a desire to work with someone else on something, but then it's like that other person's lifestyle does not allow teamwork to be an actual thing, if that makes sense. So you've got a completely different lifestyle to someone else, and due to that, you're not on the same page. And it's causing someone else to become really very angry, really angry. I'm getting like a vibe of a lot of opportunities have been missed out on because of someone else's lifestyle. You know, that their lifestyle choices is somehow causing you to miss out on a lot of opportunities somehow. And we're seeing that same message again with the Eight of Wands, the Hierophant, and the Two of Swords, okay, in this direction. So probably, it definitely does feel like it ties in with your first two cards that came out. It does have that same sort of vibe to it, that same feeling. You've got a very specific goal in mind, and the other person that you're trying to work with does not share the same goals or aspirations that you do. And there's a lot of confusion, Seven of Cups, on what it is that they actually want to do, Ace of Wands. You're up for the challenge. They, however, would rather just take the easy road with absolutely everything. And it feels like a bit of a ball and chain around your ankle, because, again, it is genuinely stopping some of you from manifesting the positive things that you want to manifest in your life. Now, I didn't really get a chance to ask the question. It was to clarify the Hierophant. I was looking at the Hierophant as I was pulling from this deck, and you got the Five of Cups and the King of Wands. So a commitment doesn't look to be like it's forthcoming. Okay, so if you were hoping that someone was going to commit to you, they're not going to do it with that Five of Cups, King of Wands. Okay, they're just not on the same page as you. For some of you, that could be completely in reverse. That could be someone who is wanting you to commit to them. You're not prepared to do it because they haven't demonstrated enough evidence to you that they are going to be worth you investing in. And I know that sounds really mean and cruel, but that's not the way it's intended. It's just like, it does feel like there's trust issues. I will be honest, okay? That could be one of the main reasons why you're not prepared to commit to them, or vice versa. Perhaps somebody doesn't fully, completely trust you to the point of making that commitment. There is a vibe of someone trying to keep their options open as well, though, with the King of Wands and the Seven of Cups. Maybe this is what's going on in your mind. Maybe you're telling yourself that they won't commit to you because they're keeping their options open. Either way, that they're not being very forthcoming in why they're keeping you in this vibe of basically being strung along. Now, it reads a bit like a romantic situation, but keep an open mind because it's not necessarily going to be that. Okay, this could be a situation at work. Some of you might have taken on agency work, and you're waiting for a proper contract. So keep an open mind. Okay, and it's indicating that if that's the case, then that proper contract, it's not likely forthcoming. So, again, it's a difficult one, and it's, for the most part, by no means a reflection on you, because that initial knee-jerk reaction to information like that could be, well, how can I improve? How can I get better? How can I make this person give me the commitment that I'm looking for? The answer is you're not going to be able to, because it's on them. It's outside of your control for the most part. This is going to be on them and whatever they decide. And tell me more about the Emperor, the Five of Wands. Yeah. Unrest, discourse, drama, arguments, someone who's not on the same page, someone who is very, I'm getting highly argumentative, someone who is trying to maintain their grasp of power or perceived power and influence, someone who is very much my way or the highway, and they're not going to listen to anyone else's opinion. This combination is the type of individual where if you were to put your opinion to them, it would literally just cause an argument. So you need to ask yourself again, Cancers, what type of person does that? What type of person keeps you in that in that, I want to say, like a mental prison of you feeling like you can never express your opinion without it resorting to an argument. You want to be with or around someone who challenges you. Absolutely. You're not asking to be in a society that is just basically an echo chamber. Like, realistically, no one really wants that, because it's not a healthy environment. This also is not healthy, because you feel like you can't give your opinion on anything. You can't have a conversation, a two-way conversation, because it's always a one-way conversation. That's not good. That is really not good. Because you need to be surrounded by individuals where everyone's opinion counts. Everyone's opinion means something. Everyone is taken into consideration. But in this type of environment that's playing out in your read, someone is not willing to compromise on literally anything. Therefore, there can be no teamwork and collaboration. So you might find yourself having to create it, magician, the Three of Coins, this teamwork, this happy, healthy, balanced environment someplace else, Two of Swords. You might well have to. Can you tell me about the Ace of Wands, please? The Ten of Cups, yeah. Your contentment, your quality of life. So your quality of life, you do get a say in it, okay? It just depends on your perspective. Are you willing to change up what I'm seeing in this energy? Are you willing to take that action with this Ace of Wands? Are you feeling inspired enough? With that being the wand, fire energy. Are you feeling inspired enough, Cancers, to go out and create your own happiness with the Ten of Cups and your own contentment? Some of yous are not feeling it though. Some of yous are literally exhausted. So you can only take action on this when you're feeling stronger. And that's why we're seeing this in your first two cards that came out. That's why we're seeing that process. It's under there, the Six of Cups, nostalgia, childhood, Page of Wands. Again, that's a very youthful energy. And then the Eight of Coins, self-improvement, hard at work, Three of Coins, Page of Swords, Ten of Coins, Two of Cups, the World. Yeah, it's like your current cycle needs to come to an end, Cancers. And if nostalgia is the only thing that's keeping you in your current situation, it's not going to be enough. It really, genuinely, truthfully is not going to be enough. Because at some point, you're going to become so utterly frustrated. And probably looking at the way that the way that others are succeeding in areas where you would like to succeed, trying to figure out how you can do that and get that for yourself. But you're not going to be able to do that for as long as someone else is holding you back. It's like you're massively ambitious. You're not fully tapping into that ambition yet. For some of you, not all of you. Or again, this could be vice versa. This could be someone else around you who is not tapping into their full potential and their ambition because they're being held back by someone else. And you're getting the stress and the worry and the anxiety of that because you care about them deeply. It could be that as well. As I always say, keep an open mind, okay? Because we never fully understand which direction this energy is flowing. All I can tell you is that energy is here. It's active. It's active around you. That's why it's coming out in your cards. Someone needs to get the message with this 6 of Cups, Page of Wands, 8 of Coins. There's not going to be any time for nostalgia. There's not going to be space for nostalgia. You have to look at the situation for what it truly is, rather than looking at it for what you would like it to be. And it all begins with this purification. Remember when I says it's time for you to ask yourself some really difficult questions and to answer them to yourself honestly. You have a healing message, please, for Cancers. Thank you. Perfect setting. Again, she's a painter. She's painting. So I'm reading for someone who is highly, highly creative. I'm reading for someone who finds inspiration in the most unlikely of places and settings. I'm reading for someone who is absolutely bursting through the seams with this creative, abundant energy. And it's time for you to really tap into that. Let's take a look. Number 9. If you have a goal or a vision, be sure to provide the right surroundings for that dream to flourish. Positive self-talk, affirmations, being kind to yourself, celebrating your talents and successes, all of these create fertile soil for your dreams to take root and grow. Sometimes when you push too hard, it can hinder the harmonious unfolding of your journey. Trust the process, relax, and allow nature to take its course. Belief and positive support is needed to accomplish your goal. Keep in mind that nature makes growing and blossoming look effortless, but this secret is in all the details. The position, the sun, the soil, the air, the water, and nourishment. Make sure that you're taking the steps necessary to attain your perfect environment. Yeah. It's kind of spooky given the context if you read Cancers. Honestly, I'm going to struggle to elaborate further on that card because it spoke beautifully for itself as is. And considering the fact that it mentioned basically the main part of everything that we saw in your tarot read as well. It's all about you creating an environment that is conducive to you and the direction that you're wanting to go in your life, and to not be held back by others. What else, please, for Cancers? Thank you. I don't need to control life. I trust in magic and miracles. Yeah, you're made from magic and miracles. There's a certain amount of repulsion that you feel towards that individual because I want to say they're a control freak. And I'm feeling this as you standing up for yourself and telling them, for some of you to their face, I don't need you to control my every move, my every choice, my everything. I don't want you to control everything that I do. I want to be in control of my life. And if that means that I need to release you, then that's exactly what I'm going to do. I feel strongly that's how a conversation's going to go. What else, please, for Cancers? The sawed-off seahorse. I love it. Absolutely love it. Pissed off with people. Situations incoming that get on your tits. Present circumstances a pain in the arse. You know you can just tell the world to sod off politely or otherwise. Be strong with your boundaries and work on your coping mechanisms right now. Shout it out. Oh, and breathe. Yeah. Sometimes, I'm going to say something a little bit maybe extreme here. Sometimes when you're seeking spiritual guidance on how to deal with difficult people, a lot of the recommendations that come in could be meditate, crystal healing, clear your energy, and all of that works. All of that is really, really good. But sometimes the most spiritual thing you can ever do is to tell difficult people to fuck off. The sawed-off seahorse. And then just do that and walk off. It's simple, right? So yeah, that is what I have for you. If you would like to book a private reading with me that is more catered towards your specific needs, then the link to do so can be found in my pinned comment and in my description box below. Thank you so much to everybody who has liked, shared, subscribed and supported my channel. It really does help me to get the messages out there to those who are needing to hear it. Thank you so much for watching, and we shall speak again soon. Bye.